Good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Hope everyone's having a great morning so far and a great trading session. I am flat because I woke up late. I don't even remember snoozing my alarm, but apparently I did. Apparently I actually turned it off and went back to sleep, and I do not remember any of that. I just know I was sleeping and I was like, you've been sleeping kind of long. You should probably wake up and look at the time. And I did, and it was 8:44. So here we are. Alrighty. We are in some medium impact news right now, so I have like about a minute and a half before I can start trading again. Then we also have a speaker speaking at 9:15, which that's not a big deal. I'll just stop a minute before and after, and that's all the news for today. All right. I did miss this trade as I was getting on the charts and setting everything up. This divergence right here. But yeah, I have no idea how many trades happened today because I was late to the charts. Good morning, Amelia. I was working. Oh, shit. Good thing you're green. Oh my goodness. What happened? You just had the copier off. Wait. Oh, I have to keep both of those drawn. All right. I do have a confession, but I'm gonna wait until Janelle and Applejacks and Trenches get here. You guys are gonna be very surprised at what I'm gonna tell you. Very surprised. And I cannot believe I'm going back to doing this, but I am. All right. While we are there, I might as well fix my overnight levels. Man, I feel so discombobulated. All right, overnight levels are fixed. Oh my gosh, y'all are gonna be so surprised when I tell y'all this. My leader account is gone. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I've tried to make it a habit now of checking my copier every morning because of all the times that I've taken the first trade at one and then I'm like, it didn't copy. But there's like a setting on my copier where it can auto turn off whenever you reload the Ninja script, or if you disconnect and reconnect, it automatically turns off. So I had to turn all that off because it started to be annoying when I would forget stuff or whatever. But now sometimes I have the issue of forgetting to turn off the auto liquidate, because remember when I had that issue where I logged out of Tradeovate in NinjaTrader and then I logged back in and then it would automatically put me into trades and my Rhythmic accounts? Well, ever since then, now as soon as I'm done trading, I auto liquidate. I turn on the auto liquidate for each of the accounts and I kind of leave it there because maybe I don't have time for that. So let's see, 246, 60. All right. All right, we're clear to trade. Oh, wait, I'll tell you this. Good morning, trenches. Market don't like what the Fed's saying. Apparently. I'm just so mad at myself for waking up late because I was so excited to trade today to test this stuff. I promise y'all, I do not remember snoozing my alarm. I know I didn't go to sleep till like about 3, and I didn't get very much sleep the night before either. Um, I don't know. I was just laying there in my dream, and I'm like, girl, you've been asleep a long time. Wake up and look at the time. I was like, 8:44. Oh shit. I went and brushed my teeth, washed my face, hurried up and made my bed, got on the charts, and I'm just like, ugh, why? Why? But it's cool because as soon as I got on the charts and I drew the change zones, I saw that we were kind of just bouncing between them. So I don't really know if I missed anything besides the divergence trade right here that happened right when I got on the charts. I don't really know how much I've missed besides that. So tis what it is. To do to auto liquidate. Yeah, you have to because right now we wait. All right, so here's my secret. I'm going back to Orderflow. Yeah, I'm going back to Orderflow. Oh shoot, I almost messed up. Yeah, I'm going back. We'll see what happens, but yeah, I'm going back. But but um 18. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I was testing some stuff last night and 44. Yeah, I was testing some stuff last night, trying to figure out if I can go back to a more simplified version. And I think I have it figured out. Y'all know I don't backtest too much. But I did look over stuff for a while last night, and we'll see what happens. One of the things that I did do. Damn. I tried to get in that trade. I didn't get filled, which is weird. I'm actually pretty surprised. This is what the inside of the bars look like. I guess there wasn't enough volume in that one little candle that in the bar after the entry bar, there was only like, yeah, there was only 2 volume in that candle, so that's why I wasn't filled. Um but yeah, so we're going back to our roots. 49. And I think that I've kind of figured out how to do it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. If we get some losses, I'm cool with that. I don't have everything figured out just yet, but we'll see. 79. Oh, I was supposed to get in on the reversal though. I missed the reversal. But yeah, so basically what I'm trying to do is figure out a more simplified version of order flow that I was trading before. And yeah, so we'll see. All right, let's see. All right. The biggest thing is, I wonder if I would have gotten filled there. All right, so I kind of missed the reversal and I should have gotten filled, but at the same time, that kind of looks like the one that I didn't get filled on. But yeah. So, I don't know really what gave me the bright idea to go back to order flow. You knew it. Good morning, Janelle. You were short from 218. Oh, wow. Yeah, so yesterday, I think it was because of how yesterday went. I was like, when I switched from order flow to volume only, I completely simplified what I was doing. Now that I've gotten, but I was able to do that because of all of the chart time that I put in for those few months trading order flow, right? And remember I told you guys that when I went back to trading strictly volume, 53. When I went back to trading strictly volume, when I looked at my cheat sheet from May, the last time that I traded volume, I was like, oh, you had it all wrong. So, and it was because I was comparing the wrong volumes of the swings. So last night, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know if I saw something. Oh, I do know. Somebody in, whoa, motherfucker. What happened? Wait, how did that get turned off? Anyway, somebody in Trade Kage's Discord asked if anybody trades order flow. So I was like, good morning, Granny. I was like, I wonder if I go back to order flow, if I can figure out how to simplify it now that I've kind of been able to simplify volume, because I felt like maybe that'll help me to be even more efficient with the strategy. And here we are. So like I said, ooh, okay, wait, break even. Okay. We're still in trades. That was a lot. Um, oh, it ended up being a freaking this is the only thing that y'all know I hate about it, like just seeing stuff change too much. So I thought that it invalidated itself, but then right after the bar closed, it actually validated itself. I wanted it to be a trap, and I wanted the number to be less than 53 because the last swing up, if I can get to it, the last swing up was 53. That was the last swing up. So because we trapped, I wanted it to be less than that. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, so I was like, let's go back to order flow and see what happens, because I know that order flow, if you can master order flow and volume and price action, I feel like those three things together. So we're gonna see. So I expect to mess up a little bit sometimes. Like I entered more than one trade just now because I was trying to turn off the entry. But But yeah, that number up there was actually more than 53 at first, which is why I was trying to turn it off, and then it ended up being 50. I guess I could have looked. So, one of the things that I did do was against my better judgment, I turned back on the numbers. Like before, I would only see the numbers in each price level if it was more than, basically if there was an imbalance of more than 50. Um, but I turned the numbers back on because, one of the problems that I was having was like, oh, the point of control is just moving and it's going too fast and all these other things. Whereas, and I would have to really pay attention to the volume profile and how it's building while the bar is, kind of creating itself, the reversal bar is creating itself. And just looking at the volume profile was like not enough. So at least now I can see, all right, I can see that okay, in the point of control there's a 33 imbalance here. So I can look at all the other numbers and see like, okay, maybe we have a 27 down here. So if price kind of comes back down here, I can expect the point of control to move, that kind of thing. So I never wanted all the numbers to be in there because I don't like seeing all of that. But I kind of need it, to be honest with you. And then one of the other things that I did was I turned on the global movement. So like when I'm doing this on my entry chart, it's moving to that exact spot on the order flow chart, which is super important because, I would be like, oh shit, I don't remember what number was back there. So now I don't have to scroll. So it takes way less time because if I just hover over that bar on my entry chart, it automatically puts me where I need to be on the order flow chart. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll tell her when I gotta go back out there. I'll tell her. Good morning, Applejacks. Good morning. Good morning. But yeah, so, and it looks like, so this is what I'm most excited about. Besides, like the divergence, this one here that I just lost that particular trade. I do still have to look at like that particular divergence. But besides that, what it looks like and why I'm most excited about going back to it is that all of the trades that happen above my major level here, so anything that are buys going on up here, and even the sales for the most part, I'm looking for the same thing order flow wise. Which is exciting because now I don't really have to, all right, this setup requires this and this setup requires that. Like I should not have to do that. And even like trades that happen down here, the divergences that happen down there, most of them should pretty much again follow the same exact rules, except one, I think. So that's what I'm really loving because I told y'all like I want something that's pretty easy to remember the rules and stuff. And the last time I was trading order flow, by the time I quit October 3rd, my cheat sheet, that's why I switched to volume only because I was like, there's no way I'm ever gonna remember all these rules. It's just not. There's no way in hell. So this should make it a lot easier. So we'll see. We will see. I should have actually, I'm probably going to do that today because what I did was I wrote down all the trades for one day and then I kind of like, all right, this is my mindset. This is probably how it'll work. We'll see. And then I went through probably like 5 more days worth of data, but I didn't write them down. I just drew the risk to rewards on everything that followed the rules. So what I'm probably going to do today is go back and write all of those trades out so that I can, pretty quickly figure out what needs to change, what needs to be added, whatever. But I basically want it to be like, okay, if the volume of the swings looks like this is the one setup that you take, ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And just kind of go from there. So yeah, we'll see. I did look at what was it? I looked at the trades from the day of the election. No, the day after the election when I was at jury duty. Because I was like, okay, well, that was a pretty good day for my strategy the way it was, which is strictly volume. And no lie, there were like 27 setups that day, and there was only one or two losses, I think. There was a couple of setups where like I wouldn't have gotten filled, but yeah, there was a lot. And I was just like, oh, we might be onto something. Because my biggest thing is like, and I even looked at Friday because Friday was really choppy. I remember I only had one setup, which is what I took, and I was green, and we're good there. But um, so instead of just one setup trading strictly volume, if I incorporate order flow with it, there was 5, 6, 7, 8. There was 9 setups, 6 wins, 0 losses, 2 break evens, and a wouldn't get filled. So I feel like once I kind of finish figuring everything out, I might be good. We'll see. We'll see. But I don't think I'll have to do too much as far as like adjusting what I already have. I don't think I have to adjust too much. One of the other things that's really cool is I shouldn't have to worry about like, oh, this previous bar here hit a level and bounced off, so I can't take the trade because there's too much volume here. Order flow allows me to still take the trade, which is pretty cool. So we'll see. 42, 64. We'll see. Minimal rules are always better. Exactly. Oh, her rent. Baby, you got some real late fees going on over there, don't you? Oh my gosh. But yeah, I once I figure out the divergence, like basically all the ones where I'm still trying to figure out, it's more so do I want just one particular thing to work out, or do I want everything to work out? Like if it sets up like this, we're just taking the trade kind of thing. I have that on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like 7 different volume patterns or whatever. So yeah, once I figure that out, I'll be straight. Hopefully when I write down all the trades that I've already like put risk to rewards on for those particular days that I back tested, hopefully I can kind of figure those patterns out. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see, 42, 64. All right. I'm just trying to see if we're going to break down or if we're going to go back up. What am I looking for? Oh, the 5-minute chart. That price action is not that great. Where's Sugar Mama? I'm late taking my xylitol mints. How's you guys' trading going? I know Amelia said that her copier wasn't on, so she kind of screwed up a little bit, but she screamed. She screamed. King Saul is about the next prayers we couldn't back. Oh God. Oh, did you guys see the whole they're trying to ban dyes, artificial dyes in food? I saw that. Somebody says so we gonna have naked hot Cheetos. I think it's a good thing. I try to stay away from a bunch of artificial dyes. Like my mom used to, she doesn't do it as much anymore. I finally got her to just drink water straight. But she used to be one of those people who, it's probably because she kind of grew up drinking a lot of Kool-Aid. And even I remember when I was younger, she made Kool-Aid all the time. But I remember when I was really young, I saw all the sugar she dumped in there and I was like, that can't be healthy for me. So I just stopped drinking Kool-Aid, like super young. But I think because of that, because she's never been really like a juice person, just literally Kool-Aid. So she used to use, those Kool-Aid packets that have a whole bunch of blue and red dyes in there. But she's been doing pretty good not using those because she used to have to buy a new pack, like a couple packs every week. I can't tell you the last time she bought a pack. It's been much, much, and much, and much. But I think it's pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. I think probably the only food I really eat that has dyes in it is when I buy some chips once every 2 months. I consume maybe mainly fruits and vegetables, meat at dinner, and just water, plain water. Even when, like, if I have a desire to just because I drink so much water, if I ever have a desire where I just want flavor in there, most of the time I get the colorless drops that you can buy, but it's always colorless. So put my window. It's free AC. Now I'm a little stuffy. Oh no. I hope you feel better. I get really stuffy and I actually get really, really sick if I'm too hot while I'm sleeping. That's why I got two fans right there. I got another fan over here to my right. I have a fan to my left, and then I have my ceiling fan. One of those doesn't work actually, but I'm trying to figure out because last time I just let it sit for like a month, it started working again. But usually I'll have at least the one to my left and my ceiling fan, even during the winter. And usually during the summertime, I'll have this one to my right and that one on as well. Part of it is me just needing white noise, but the other part is because if I'm ever hot to where I start even sweating just a little bit, I'm going to have flu-like symptoms for at least a week. I'm talking body aches, stuffy, like everything, can't breathe. It's really, really bad. I don't know what it is, but it's only when I'm hot. Only when I'm hot. Green on all traded accounts. Yay. After red yesterday. Good morning, new trader. How are you this morning? Good morning. Holding P&L. You slightly green. Got you, got you, got you. All right. Let's see. I got 600. I'm so mad I didn't hold that trade, but I couldn't. I thought it was wrong, but I would have been up on the Apex account as well. But I got $600 in drawdown left on it. So we going balls to the wall on Thursday since they renew on Friday. Come on, just break out either way. I don't really care which way you go, but do something. Hell. I know when I was back testing this whole way of going back to order flow, one of those days, I swear to y'all, there was like 15 trades in the first 20 minutes. And I was like, man, Applejacks was right. I'm gonna find a way to be off the charts by 9:05. I was like, man, if I have that many trades in the first 20 minutes of the session, y'all gonna go back to my channel and see that the live is gone. I'm not logging in for what? No, I would still trade. But like days like that, I would just stop trading my Apex accounts and just trade Top Step accounts since you can actually pull it out. But yeah, I was cracking up. That was the first thing I thought of. Applejacks is right. Oh man. Wait, what happened? Thank you. Hasn't taken out yesterday's higher low equals trash price action. Oh shoot. You know I don't never look at that. People don't listen to me until it's too late. I told you. Fixed my laptop yesterday. Adapter issue. My laptop is still in the box. Janelle, can you explain to us the purpose of you buying that laptop? You ain't gonna use it? She like forget taking out this brand new great piece of property, piece of equipment. Let's instead fix this one. No, when you have adapter issues, you can really kind of screw your battery and stuff. My sister, I was just telling her I think she needs a new battery though. I don't think it's her adapter. I think it's her battery. She said when she takes it off of the charger, it just like depletes super fast. So I told her she needs a new battery, which I'm actually surprised. Well, no, I'm surprised that hers has gone out like that because so she has an MSI because I have two MSI gaming laptops. So the one I trade off of has 64 gigs of RAM, a terabyte of hard drive space, octo-core processor. So it's very powerful. I've not had any issues with this, knock on wood. I bought it. I feel like I bought this probably at least 5 years ago. Probably at the very least. And then I have another one that's like 16, 16 gigs around. I don't know. I bought that one mainly for my business because this one can sometimes overheat just a little. Not overheat to give me problems, but it's powerful, so it can run a little hot sometimes, especially when I forget to keep my fan on it. But the other one is more so like it's so lightweight because this one's a 17-inch, that one's a 15-inch, and because it doesn't have all that power in there, it's just so lightweight. So if I want to just like browse the internet or watch streams or something like that, and I'm not sitting at my desk, I'll usually just have that laptop or whatever. But I'm actually surprised hers went bad like that because I know she bought hers after I did. Yeah, it's a battery problem for sure. But yeah, no, Applejacks, I'm not gonna abandon you guys. So me and my friend, my best friend, the one who trades, we were having a really good discussion yesterday. Um, he took a trade on was it gold or AU? I mean gold or was it gold or AU? I don't remember. It was either gold or AU, I don't remember. But uh a forex guru took the same trade and made like $170,000 or something. At some point he was up like 200,000. And so my best friend was like, "Man, what would you do if you made $170,000 in one day?" And I was like, "I don't know." I said, the old me would be like, shit, I turn my charts off and I wouldn't trade for a couple months. But that's not what I would do. And he was like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Man, I know you well enough. You would probably disappear for like the whole rest of the year because it doesn't take much for you, it doesn't take much money for me to live." And I was like, "No, I really don't think that I would do that." And I told him it's because, like, first of all, if I was still in my early 20s, absolutely. But one thing, I I don't I haven't worked full time the majority of my adult life. My first year of nursing full time, 6 months of travel nursing full time, and there's probably like another 6 months sprinkled in here and there. And that was mainly when I was trying to become debt free. So I just worked a little bit more often. But the majority of my time has not been spent working full time. So for me, I feel like I need to play catch up with my income over those years, right? And starting to put money back in investments and a retirement account and things like that. So I was like, no, I wouldn't disappear. Maybe after I've accumulated $1 million. But before then, I can't see myself doing that. And plus, like I told him, I'm like, there's just so many things that I want to do. I have so many goals, and but most of them revolve around additional investments. He was like, you probably take the money and go start another business. I was like, hell no. I remember my grandma, this was probably like right after I got on YouTube last year. She was like, so once you figure out your strategy and blah, 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 like, you're going to figure out something else to do with your time. I said, no, I'm not. She was like, yes, you are. I said, no, I'm not, Granny. She's like, I know you. When you reach one goal, you already have 20 more you're working on. I said, yeah, that was the old me. That is why I can't remember so much of my life, because I never just sat down, sat in my successes, and just enjoyed what I was doing at the time, because I was just always pushing and pushing and pushing. And now at this age, because the other thing I told my best friend, I said, you got to remember, like, I still want to have kids. I want my own family. So if I start filling my time with other things to do, just because now I'm done, I made $5,000 by 10, 15, and now I can live the rest of my life. I was like, it's no point in me filling my time with anything, because at some point that's going to be all right. I'm done trading. I'm done journaling. Now let me go get my kids from daycare early. you know, that's pretty much what my life is going to be. So I have no desire. I told him, like, at some point I'm going to shut down my website. I still get sales, even though I have not done anything on my other YouTube in probably 6 years. I still get sales of some of my products. I'm going to shut all that shit down. I don't want to be tied to anyone to do anything. And I told him, with me ending my day so early, once I feel like I don't have to study and all those other things, now I can put forth some effort into short form content, making a quick little YouTube short, putting all my trades for the day together, and then having time to like record and edit a sit down video that I can put out 1 or 2 times a week. Like, I can get to doing that. And I told him, like, I have no desires of going to any other platform, besides maybe creating a Discord like I've been promising y'all. But aside from that, like, I have no desire to do any of those things. I legit just want to keep everything on YouTube, catch me live, catch my short form videos. There's going to be no Instagram, no none of that. Like, I don't want to spread myself thin. I've done that before in the past, and I don't want to do that anymore. I don't. I would cry for 3 days straight if you made that much money. Let's see, the keyboard screen protector is solid white and I'm known to spill coffee. Yes. Get you a protector. I'm down a screen today. Wire trenches. That laptop costs $1,200. My big laptop cost me $2,700, but I think $300 of that was like a warranty. And then my smaller laptop only cost me like $600. Take profit hit up 7. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. Good job. On what did you trade? Gold or crude or platinum? All right, so we do have a double bottom start. I didn't really pay attention to the double bottom starts that I was seeing, so I'm gonna sit out of this pullback just because of that. I don't think it changes anything. I just think that it only does if, depending on which half trend it pulls back to. Oh, we are rejecting. We keep trying to go up, but we keep rejecting. Initial rejection. Got another one. Yeah, we keep trying to push, But really, until we break this buy rotation level, we're going to keep kind of consolidating until it figures out what the hell it wants to do. Yeah, this is this is pretty. Yes. Good morning, Predator. How are you this morning? Good morning. Good morning. Sneaking around with Platinum today. Oh, you ain't bring your cords. I promise y'all, every time I'm like excited about trying something new, the market does this. It's like, slow down, girl. You're trying to do too much. Slow down. All right, this would be 24. What I need to do. Look at something real quick. It's W. It's a trap. There's not enough there. Let's see. That still wouldn't be right. All right, let's see if we can push off of here, use this as support, or if we're going to use it as resistance and just continue down. I can look for sales. Oh man. Possibly taking another bracket order in my personal account after market close. Ooh, so have you been okay, so Janelle, now that you've been kind of doing that, which are you kind of preferring, when you could just set and forget it, or do you kind of like the combination of being able to, oh, let me set and forget overnight and then actively trade during the day? You're doing well. Good. I agree, Amelia. This is trash. You telling Janelle what? You have a lot going on that screen, DJ. We're just ranging. It's not, it looks like a lot, but I have actually more going on the screen that I can see. It's just a lot of support and resistance levels, honestly. There's the range, the zones for the range that I drew. Aside from that, you just see support and resistance levels. and a half trend. Cherry Obituary Liquid Death is my new favorite. That name is crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, we are ranging, which is not the best. Does this look better? It's a 5-minute chart. All right. Maybe we break down finally. We got 30 minutes left. All right, we just touched the back of that. I don't want that. I need to put hold on, y'all. I'm trying to put a oh, there we go. A right side margin. A little bit more than that. A margin on my order flow chart. All right, that's better. Matter of fact, let me save it. You'd have to freeze my charts to save it, but you know, whatever. All right, there we go. Just made my remaining 180 on the short. Nice, nice, nice. Might have to, especially on the days when NQ is garbage. Yeah, the really choppy days are super annoying. Testing my strats mainly between gold, platinum. Volatility is better during New York though, yeah. That's the only reason I don't trade other sessions. Besides wanting to do something where I can consistently do, I can't consistently get on the charts at nighttime, right? But also I don't want to watch paint dry. I just don't. 65. 52. All right, that one's kind of interesting. Wait, do we have a... We did. The delta was what I wanted it to be here. But that trade is just something I'm still working on, that particular one. Basically, my minor and major half trends are both uptrends. As you can see, the minor changes the color of the bar, background is green, but the middle one is a downtrend. So whenever that middle one is opposite the other two, that's when we get all the ranges. So this was a pullback, just a regular pullback to that middle half trend. But I'm still not really used to taking that trade when it's counter trend or whatever. The delta was exactly what I wanted. So anytime I'm counter trend, essentially what I want to look at is I want the delta of my entry bar to be less than the delta of the last pullback in the same direction. So I'm basically comparing this bar to that one. The reason why you want the delta to be less from an order flow perspective is we're counter trend, right? So in order to continue the downtrend, you need less sellers Um, you need less sellers to push down than you needed the previous push down, basically. Because that lets you know that it took less sellers to push against the uptrend bias. That's the easiest way I can explain it. So the delta of this one was like in the 60s and the delta of this one was in the 50s, which is what I wanted. But like I said, just taking that counter trend move at my middle half trend, I'm still not really used to doing that, even when I was trading just strictly volume. As something that I have to work on. All right, and these two swings have equal volume, so I can't take this pullback, but let's see what happens. My middle half trend won't change back to an uptrend to stop the choppiness until 231. So let's see what happens. To buy a box when I get off. A box? What? I keep buying it up around 200. Oh, the box of the liquid death. Eat the bread off life. Apple checks. What is the bread of life? Takes time and practice to trade that counter trend. Yeah. The only thing counter trend that I've pretty much mastered at this point is the counter trend divergence. But now that I'm going back to order flow, I kind of have to look that over a little bit. It did set up twice since I've been on the charts so far. I missed the one because I was late getting on the chart. So this was the first one there. And then the one that I actually took, which was here, which I broke even on my, I ended up having multiple entries. So I broke even on my leader account, but the followers won. But yeah, for the most part, the counter trend divergence is it's fairly simple and easy. It depends on the volume of the swings. But aside from that, it's pretty easy. I think there's only one counter trend move. Yeah, there's only one counter trend divergence move that I'm still trying to figure out how I want the delta to look. Because I'm basically just trading delta, comparing the delta of my entry bar to the delta of the previous bar. So if I wanted to get into a buy, I would compare the delta of this current bar to the last reversal bar up. That's literally it. Comparing that, but knowing how to compare it is based off the swings, the volume of the swings, because the volume of the swings tells me how strong the uptrend or downtrend is, and then that lets me know what I need the delta to look like. Do I need the delta to be a strong delta, or do I need it to be a weak delta? That's the most simplified version I can explain. No carbs here. Back to work. I miss trading. Aw. See, Wei, you can't trade your strategy during the off hours. Not live a little. That was the one thing that I loved about working overnight. I never worked during the day. Ever since I became a nurse, I never worked during the day. So being able to work overnight and then trade when I got home was, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it. Only thing I hated was the one job that I worked where I worked from 7 to 7:30, because by the time the other nurses come in and we do report and all those things, and by the time I got home it was usually like probably 8 o'clock, 8:15. It's like I just want to shower and do all these other things and then get on the charts. That was the only thing that sucked. But the one job that I worked the longest, the start time was 6 o'clock, so it kind of worked out because I would always be home in time to trade. And then when I was running my business, it was easy, just trade in the morning, and after 10 o'clock, then I would just start working on my client files and stuff. The only way, I think I only have one job where I could really trade at work, and that's because my other job was a government job, so they had all that kind of stuff blocked and you couldn't get on like TeamViewer and stuff. And then at the other job, what I would have to do, because they did block my ability to like log into NinjaTrader, this is when I was trading my personal account. So what I would have to do was have my trading computer on at home and then take my smaller computer to work and then just remote into TeamViewer, and that was the only way I could trade. Let me save it. That one would have came pretty close to a stop out, but I would have broken even at the middle VWAP anyway, so it was no point in taking it. I could see how close the VWAP was. There was no point in taking that. Even though we were trading inside of this change zone, so I would be looking for sales initially. Once we hit the new change zone, I could start looking for buys. So that was like a perfect buy. All right, we finally have the breakout. Seven. I should have just took it. I thought we were a lot closer to this zone than we were. By the time we got to the zone, it was pretty much like 15, maybe 14 ticks in. I would have to break even at that zone, so that's why I didn't want to take it. But the delta was exactly what I wanted. I used to, so one of the things that I have to get in my mind, like I said before, was kind of, all right, this bar pushed off of this sell rotation line, it pushed off of the middle VWAP level, and it pushed off of the level that changed my middle half trend to a downtrend. Now that alone, it pushing off that yellow line that I have drawn, I would never take that when I was trading strictly volume. But so far in the little bit of back test that I did do, it doesn't matter um, at all. But I just thought we were a little closer to that zone than we were. I don't know. Would have gotten filled. I wouldn't have gotten filled anyway. We literally, this is my entry here, so we just skipped up, so it doesn't even matter. Oh no, I need that chart back. Where is it? Oh. So yeah, just mainly getting used to things not mattering anymore is going to be hard. Just having to unlearn what was so important before is not important anymore. That's going to be hard for me to do, but I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there. 55. What is... I highly doubt this will work out. It's gonna take a lot. Yeah, pushed up too far. Excuse me. I lost more weight than I anticipated. I lost my curves. Don't you hate that, Janelle? That's why I started working out again on Sunday, because I've lost my curves a little bit. I'm over it. What makes you want to look at Delta and not the tape and Dom? Because when you're okay, the reason why I don't want to look at the tape and the Dom is because, number one, I don't have level 2 data to look at the Dom. That's number one. But number two, how do I explain this? So when you are trading with Renkos, right, because everything is so price action based, when you look at the delta of the pullbacks, you usually can tell whether or not the trade is going to work out. And that's only because the pullbacks are precisely measured because it's Renkos. Now, I would never look at the delta alone if I was trading on a time-based chart, because it's not as accurate. But looking again, I look at volume as well, though, right? So one of the things that I've quickly figured out now, didn't figure this out when I was trading order flow before. So let's say I'm looking at this pullback here and I want to enter here. Well, there's more volume in this swing than this one. Okay, even though there's more bars here, there's more volume in this one. So if the pullback volume is more than the last pullback volume, that means that the buyers are starting to take over the trend. Okay. So if the buyers are starting to take over the trend, that means that in this candle, inside of the point of control, the buyers need to be in control because I need to trap them. Okay. So the reason why I didn't take this trade was not just because the buyers were in control and it was a trap, but the delta wasn't right. So in order for the sellers to properly trap them, the delta of this bar needs to be more than the previous one. That's the only way that it's going to work out. Because if there's still more buyers than sellers in this bar, we can't trap them properly. And you can see that the zigzag, which, remember, my zigzag is based on volume, the zigzag immediately turned green to let me know the buyers are in control, and this trade would have lost. So if let's see if I can get where I'm trying to go. All right, so my screen is not right over there. Oh, here's where I'm looking. All right. So the last pullback up that I just showed you that I was comparing, you can see there's 55 delta here. So this pullback, I knew I wanted to trap because of the volume only. The buyers are in control in the point of control. You can see it's blue, but you can see that the delta is +8. In order for this trade to work out, first of all, I needed the delta to be negative, instead of blue. But I also wanted it to be more than 55 because that lets me know that the sellers took back over the trend. So if I looked at the DOM and stuff like that, like the DOM wouldn't really, even if I had level 2 data, it wouldn't really help me for trading Renkos, really, because I would mainly be having to look at what orders are near where I want my entry to be primarily. I wouldn't be able to just kind of look at volume because I'm literally only looking at volume and delta, and that's it. At this point, most of these levels don't really mean anything anymore. Um, Even if I got rid of all of the deviations on the VWAP, I still need to only have the middle one there because I have to break even there. I have to break even there. I still have to break even at the middle pivot level right there. So there's certain levels that I need to keep on the chart just because you want to break even there. But aside from that, nothing else really matters except volume and order flow. You lost them against me. Keamber, you could stew at me. What you did? You sat out of a trade? Something just happened with Meta. Stop myself out early. Now it's going to my target. Why did you stop yourself out early? Trying to short crude oil. As soon as I stopped paying attention, it went. What's up, Ibum? Ibum? Hope all is well. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback. You're welcome. Like I said, I'm going to put out. You have so many people who swear up and down that people who have found some kind of edge or figured out some kind of strategy that works really well will never put that information out. I'm not one of those people because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if I get 10,000 views on that. There's millions of traders. Everybody's not going to trade that way, right? And even then, there's not very many people who trade Renkos. Renkos is going to give you the most precise entries you could possibly get. And everybody's not going to trade the way that I trade. So I could put the information out. I'm not worried about it. That's not going to get rid of my edge. Because guess what? I'm still not going to take the trade unless these particular things set up properly, period. I'm just not. So I'm not worried about that. I have no problem putting information out. How much time we got left? Oh, 10 minutes. All right. 51. You know what? I was just looking at that last night. And I would have gotten filled. All right. I think I might have figured out one pattern I couldn't figure out yesterday. Okay, I ain't figured nothing out. Where's my pen? Child, where's my pen? I don't know. But yeah, once I kind of have this a little bit more perfected, see, the only thing with time-based charts and why it doesn't work as well is because so the indicator that I use to measure volume, this zigzag indicator, it properly attaches to the swings of Renkos because it's Renkos, right? But when you put it on a time-based chart, it doesn't, but I don't know if I would just have to change a specific, oh, not Russell. I don't know if I have to change a specific setting on it or what. I'm just kind of waiting for this to actually push down. Give me kind of what I'm looking for. And I probably would have to just change the setting because a swing size is considered 7 bars. So maybe if I change it to 1, it'll attach properly. Yeah, I do want to play around with it and see if it can work on a time-based chart too. Yeah, see, 1 bar is not, that's not gonna do. I don't want it to be 7 though, because 7 is too much. Because what ends up happening, okay, I'll show you. I want to see if this breaks below this bar. I want to see if it'll attach to the bar that breaks it. So trying to find the right setting for this indicator to make sure it's attaching itself to the correct bars is like the biggest problem. Because technically it's not it's not counting this volume right now at all because it attached itself here, so it stopped counting the volume. Okay, see, now it attached there. So now it has increased the volume to include these two because it broke here. So that's like the biggest hang up that I would have in trying to figure out how to teach it on a time-based chart, because it still would likely work out the same exact way. It just would be a couple of differences, mainly in how you measure volume, because you have to measure the volume of the swings. It does not matter what chart you use, you have to measure the volume of the swings to be able to trade this way with order flow and delta and stuff. You back break even because it's slow, and I was like, hey, never mind. Apple Jacks. See, who withdrew 1 million from Apex recently? I think the last person was Trader Kane, and that was 2 million if I'm not mistaken. 58. This is interesting. I'm gonna take it because why not? It didn't. All right, so now I need to watch the point of control though. All right. Now it's a little bit different. I needed to trap. Yeah, I think the only $1 million earners were Vince, Live Mike Trader, Nacho, and Trader Kane, if I'm not mistaken. Everyone trades differently, exactly. What's the longest you waited to take a trade? Oh, baby. While figuring this stuff out, a nice little minute. And that's usually when I know, like, okay, I got to go back to the drawing board because I'm scalping, right? So as a scalper, it shouldn't take me that long between trades. At least that's the way that I see it. Now, if the market's super duper choppy, okay. But when the market's not super duper choppy, I should not be waiting a very long time between trades. And that's kind of been my issue for the most part. Now, granted, sometimes when y'all see me just sitting here, I'm literally just missing trades, especially if it's, something I'm doing that's brand new and things like that. But aside from that, I shouldn't wait a long time between trades, and that's kind of been my problem. 15. Okay, you're just not gonna turn. I really want the zigzag to change colors because I don't know if I paid too much attention to this, but I'm gonna take it anyway because it doesn't matter. These accounts have to blow anyway. All right, now it changed colors, but now it's a little bit different. Wasn't enough there. Guess it was. Probably only because of that damn VWAP was there. 23. Only got a minute to trade. 15. Talking about in Discord, I wish it was me. You and me both. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I would draw $1 million. I am gonna disappear for like probably a week. Not longer than that though. That's gonna be you tomorrow. Period. All All right, I'm gonna show you guys the accounts because I'm not taking any more trades. 10:15. I wonder if I can. No, I'm not gonna push it. I only want to push it because I was stupid and overslept, but I'm not gonna push it. It's cool because Thursday we're multiplying contracts. All right. Wait, why am I saving? Well, I didn't need to save it. Anyway. All right. Let me show you guys what the accounts are looking like. I ain't gonna lie, I was not supposed to trade on the second Top Step account, the one that says November on it. I forgot to turn it off, but we worked out well today. So I took 4 trades. Actually, no, I took 2 trades, right? I think I got a triple entry or something ridiculous because I kept trying to turn that thing off. 1, 2. Did I take 4 trades? Wait, let's back up. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I did take 4 trades. Okay, whatever. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1 lost. Oh, that's because of that one. All right, no. Why is this so off? Oh, I'm stupid because it's counting yesterday. Okay, I lied, guys. I'm like, this doesn't even make sense based on my P&L. Okay, it was counting yesterday. All right, so I did take 2 trades, 1, 1, and lost 1. But because I had a double entry, actually, I think I had a triple entry on the winner on the follower accounts. One of them broke even, and then the other two orders actually won. So that's why I'm positive on the followers and not the leader. But yeah, I was late, so I don't really know what happened before I got on the charts. I know as soon as I got on the charts, I missed a trade, and there was at least one more that I missed while I was on the stream. So not a horrible day. The goal here is if I can get at least, I would say 5 to 7 trades per session. It should be more than that, but in a choppy day like today, I hope that in the choppier days, I can get at least 5 to 7 trades. And then in the trending days, at least 10 to 15, honestly. Because I've always told you guys that what I really want to do after I've built some PAs up is I want to kind of trade them in groups, like have one set that I start at a certain time, like start at 8:35, and then another set that I start at 9 o'clock. It's going to either be that or, with the Apex accounts, because of how the payout rules are, I'm just going to kind of limit myself to a certain profit target and then just only trade Top Step from there for the rest of the session, since that money is readily available. With the whole 50% thing, you're technically not capped outside of the 50%. So that's going to be the goal here. I'm going to spend the rest of the day, which should only take me a couple hours, just writing down all the trades that I already have the risk to rewards on to see what minor adjustments I want to make. Kind of try to solidify some of the setups where I'm like, oh, I don't know if I want every setup to work or if I want the delta to look a certain way. That way I can go into Thursday just completely confident and mainly just making sure that I'm paying attention to the order flow and the delta and stuff like that, and just see what we can do on Thursday. So we'll see. But yeah, so that's where we are. I have $600 left in the Apex account, and there is, in the September account, there should be about $400, a little under $400. And then in the November account, that one, I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, so that's that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I'll see you guys bright and early Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Good luck with the rest of the trading session, and good luck with tomorrow's trading session. See you guys Thursday. Bye.